What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another movie review. Today, we're going to go back to the year of 1982 and talk about a film from one of my favorite directors, Lucio Fulci. We've got The New York Ripper. Now, I did not watch this version of The New York Ripper, which I have here on VHS, because I'll be the first to admit I collect VHS tapes, not very, actively right now, but I do enjoy VHS tapes. But when I'm going to watch a movie, especially if it's one that I really like, I want to watch it and it's as good as I can get it. So I have this here bootleg of The New York Ripper. This is a high quality rip of the film, and it worked fine for me, so I'll stand by that. The New York Ripper is definitely one that I slept on for a long time. I was already pretty deep into my my Italian exploration of cinema, but I mostly just sort of stuck with City of the Living Dead and Zombie. That was all I needed from Fulci for years, and then of course The Beyond and House by the Cemetery later on and stuff like that. But New York Ripper, man, I think New York Ripper might be my favorite Fulci film as of right now, which is today, September 25th, my birthday. I really enjoyed this movie, man, and for a couple of reasons, really. Like, I love the whole the giallo aspect of it. I love these giallo-y films, man. They just feel so good. They're like these crime movies. Like, anyone could watch one. Like, I think a lot of people that are into those true crime shows and stuff on YouTube, I think if they gave some of these giallos a chance, they would like completely discover something that they love and just be totally into it. So if you have Tubi, there's a fucking genre tab on Tubi of Italian horror and giallos. So you have no excuse. You can watch a lot of really great movies for free on Tubi. The Beyond is on there. Blood and Black Lace. Like, there's a lot of really good bangers or heavy-duty fucking flicks. But The New York Ripper is all about this serial killer that's going around killing these girls. And there's this old fucking cheeser cop going around. He's trying to crack the case, so to speak. And this killer has this weird thing where they do this thing where it's like a quacking duck noise, like quack, 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 quack. It's almost like a cartoony voice, and we find out why they do that at the end of the film. But there's a few kills in this movie that really stand out to me. Okay, the special effects are top-notch. Like, the girl that gets killed on the Staten Island ferry, thought that was really cool, but that was nothing compared to what happens later on in this movie, where there's that one girl that gets like the fucking like the razor across the nipple, and her fucking eye like chewed out. Like, that is like a crazy, like, people talk about Fulci eyeball scenes. Like, this is probably the one to see, at least I would say right now off the top of my head. And even like the fucking headshot that happens at the end of this film, that's better than the Romero headshot in Dawn of the Dead. It just is, in my opinion. It's even better than the Maniac headshot. It comes from a different angle. Like, you don't really expect that angle. You don't see that angle of a headshot in these movies from this time, right? Like, it's usually like a straight-on thing. So to see like that really exaggerated angle of the guy's head, I loved it. So also shout out to Dunwich Creations, great artist on YouTube who's currently working on a New York Ripper piece, and it looks phenomenal. Art in the Brain submitted a New York Ripper piece for issue 3 of Cinema 187, and Danny B. the Trash Dash did a New York Ripper piece in the first issue of Cinema 187. So it's a really good movie, man. I think that when it comes to these like 1970s New York films, this is it's a really goddamn good one. You get a lot of really cool shots of New York City at night, like 42nd Street type shit. Like, you see the marquees of like, Five Deadly Assassins, whatever the fuck. Insert crazy sounding martial arts flick name, anywhere. I'm telling you, man, Lucio Fulci, he's got, he makes movies that I really enjoy. So I still have quite a few on my shelf that I've yet to watch. Like, I've got Touch of Death, Lizard in a Woman's Skin. There's another one that I don't remember the name of, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It's the one where they have like all these dogs, like their innards are like open and stuff, and apparently they got into shit for that. Like, these Italian guys, they often got in trouble for making movies that showed something like way too fucking realistic or way too graphic, i.e. Cannibal Holocaust or Gio Deodato, like put to fucking trial damn near because of that film. Really good stuff, and that's like a whole other genre that I want to be kind of looking into. Like this year around, like not like the new year, but like starting from my, like the first day of my 31st birthday, I've already watched 2 films. I want to keep the train going. When I come home at night, I don't really want to like, sit there and stare at the phone. And I've done that way too many nights in a row sometimes, you know what I mean? And you got something planned, but you're not really paying attention. Tonight, I watched New York Ripper, like front to end, just high as fuck. Kayla passed out like midway through the film, but she saw some craziness, so I was proud of that. So, even like tonight, like technically tonight when I get home from work, I'll probably find something else to throw on. And I kind of like doing this mixed genre thing, like, New York Ripper, 5 Deadly Venoms in one night. It was a good mixture. So, kind of want to curate myself a little bit of a itinerary or playlist of movies to watch, and give me an excuse to make more videos, because I really do like making videos and I like to talk about the films that I love. So this is a great way for me to get shit off my chest. It's a good form of therapy, talking about these movies and stuff. And if you know about any really good films from the 70s, in terms of giallo films, anything on the same lines of like movies that I've been talking about here, like if you know a really shitty giallo film, keep that one to yourself. I kind of just want to watch stuff that comes highly recommended, because we all have like such limited time, like after work, before work, anything like that. I don't really want to sit there and watch a fucking stinker, you know what I mean? And even like with 5 Deadly Venoms, like I'm not calling that movie a stinker by any means, but it's definitely, for some reason I thought it was like way more explicitly violent in terms of bloodshed. But I watched New York Ripper first, so that kind of gave me my, gave me the dose. But now I'm like sitting here going, fuck, man, I want to watch Lone Wolf and Cub, because I still have this unopened box set, the Criterion Lone Wolf and Cub. So winter's coming. There's going to be an excuse to be inside more, watch some really good movies. So I can't wait to go through those. And I believe Shogun Assassin is on here. So if it is on here, that will give me an excuse to sort of, maybe I can trade these in at Odyssey or something. I got Shogun, Assassin, and then a couple of other the standalone Lone Wolf and Cub films, just because space is limited here. And again, I don't need like fucking multiple copies of the same movie kicking around for years, and then just got to stare at them. Like there's movies that I have on DVD and tape that I'll keep, because there's sentimental reasoning or whatever kind of reasoning behind it. But like even now, like I'm looking at these Seagal films like that I got up here. Like I've got them on DVD, some of them, and then the rest of them that I don't have on official DVD, I have on bootleg. So it's like, do I really need to keep these tapes? Like, yeah, sure, there's, these aren't Richie's Seagal tapes, but Richie was such a big Seagal fan that every time I go to like get rid of them, I'm like, okay, no, I can't, because like there's part of me that's like, I can hear like Richie in the back being almost like Raekwon in the beginning of that one song where he's like, yo, where's my Killer tape? You know what I mean? So yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. LUCIO FULCI lives, and adios.